Coach Buescher, first of all, congratulations on the win. I was just talking with a couple of your players. It was kind of a tale of two halves. It was a little ugly there in the first half with penalties. We were getting nervous. We might get into another Greenan situation, but, man, things looked really good there in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little sloppy in the first half. I mean, it's kind of one of those things that did remind me a little bit of Green, and we dominated in terms of yards. Yeah. And then, but the game, in the end, it was close. So, we talked about a halftime, like we're killing ourselves right now. So I'm very proud of the way the kids responded. We come out in the second half, and I felt like we dominated in all three phases. So that's what we want to build off of. We want to learn from the mistakes we make, and we want to continue to grow upon what we do. And, the great thing is defensively, I still feel like we run, right? We force the fumble, they pick it up, and they score on that. We give off the kick return. I'm not real happy about the one, the play where they pick up the fumble and run. We could have leveraged the ball better on the back end. But, overall, in the first half, to be honest with you, we dominated defensively. And we played very well. And then offensively, we're moving the football. We just can't be 3rd and 30 because of penalties. In the second half, I'm very happy with the way we were able to come out and establish the line of scrimmage. So if we can continue to grow there and continue to build a throw around like we do with our guys on the outside, but yet run the football like we're able to do in the second half, we become pretty balanced, not only in terms of who touches, but in terms of run pass. And that's what we're chasing. And I think we can be pretty good offensively if we continue to do that.
Yeah, and you have the two-headed monster there with George and Sawyer, and you leaned on George there in the first half, and then it was the Hayden show in the second half. Was that planned? Was that just an adjustment based on what Catholic Central was throwing at you? What was the game planning there?
Well, really, with the two kids, we're trying to keep them fresh. I mean, so, Spencer was in it the first series defensively to start the second half, so we went with Hayden. Then when he would break some long runs and we felt like he was a little bit tired, then we would go Spencer, and vice versa. So they do a great job of balancing each other. They're very unselfish kids, so, and they're each other's biggest cheerleaders. So, it's something that we could feel like we've got two there we can go to. We're confident in both of them in any situation. Not only do they run the ball hard, but they understand our pass game. They understand our pass protections, which is a big deal in our scheme. And, so we feel good about having both those kids there, and that way we can keep them fresh for 4 quarters.
Yeah, and I think that knowledge and understanding of the playbook is evident when you see Hayden Sawyer out here pointing at players to block downfield for him, just knowing where everyone is on the field. You addressed the team after the game. You talked about the 2 different halves, but a special moment right there afterwards. You became the all-time winningest head coach here in West Jeff football program history tonight. You got the game ball from your son, Tyler. What was that like in that moment?
Well, this is a great program. So, obviously if you can win that many games, you've been around for a while, right? But, I just think about all the kids we've had. When we first came here, I was the 5th coach in 6 years. Tradition rich, but to be honest, at the time it was about as downtrodden as can be. And we had to go about rebuilding it from the ground up. I'm very proud of how we've done it, to be honest. And it's not just – we just don't go out every year and just try to win on the talent. We've established, a program we feel like we've been able to add to this great tradition here that was established well before us. And, and I'm also blessed. There's great coaches here, and our staff has turned over a little bit over the years, but there's been a lot of tremendous coaches. Some of those men have played for us and coached for us and went on to be head coaches in other programs. They're having a lot of success, both as head coaches and as assistants at other places. So I think of our coaches as well. And, and probably more importantly than anything, to be honest, is, I think of my wife and my kids. When this is the only place they've known. Andrew and I weren't originally from West Jefferson. We came here. Tyler was born here. Austin was born here. They've known no other place. They used to be these little kids running around here that you always see in the background of our interviews, right? And, now they're, one's in 8th grade and one's a senior, so time flies. So, it's a special place, and it's all about our kids and all about those assistants, and I'm just a blessed man.
And I think it really all goes back to that word that we hammer home so often, the culture, and that's really been built under your tenure. So congratulations, Coach, on a monumentous victory, and now we get into conference play next week. Now it gets real.
Yeah, we're excited. We got some big challenges on the horizon. We know that our kids are aware of that, our staff's aware of that. We just want to keep chasing to get better each and every week, and and we'll start preparing tomorrow. Then our staff will be at it all weekend long, and I appreciate the time those guys put in. The fact their wives allow them to put that in, but we'll grind, we'll get our kids ready, and they'll have a great week, and we'll give our shot.